Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I have not been posting videos for some while now. This was because I had some personal work to do, and also because there was no network at my place due to the cyclone Umpun for the last 1 week. But now that I'm back, I promise that I'll post videos more regularly. So today I'll talk about the Fellowship of the Ring, which is the first part of the Lord of the Rings. In the Fellowship of the Ring, we get to meet Mr. Frodo Baggins, who is a peaceful hobbit living in the Shire for the first time. He inherits a ring from his uncle Bilbo. How Bilbo inherits that ring is the story of another story called of another book called The Hobbit. But herein Frodo inherits this ring, and he gets to know from his friend, who is a wizard called Gandalf, and who is very powerful and very wise and who knows a lot about the world. Basically, he is a prototype for Albus Dumbledore from the Harry Potter books. He gets to know, Frodo Baggins gets to know from his friend, the wizard Gandalf, that this ring is very powerful, so powerful that the wearer could actually rule over anyone and everyone living on Middle Earth, which is the world in which Frodo Baggins inhabits. And this ring is very dangerous. Whoever has the ring will not only have the power to rule over anyone, but also he will slowly become very greedy for the power in itself, and the ring will eat away the life essence and the humanity from that person. The Dark Lord Sauron, who wants to rule all over the Middle Earth, was the one who created it, and he is the one who wants it. So the only way for the people, the good people, to defeat him would be to destroy the ring in itself. Now somehow, because Frodo has inherited it, the duty of destroying the ring falls on him. So this book is about how Frodo gets a company of another 8 people, which form the Fellowship of the Ring, and how they set out together on the journey to destroy the ring, and then finally how to, at the end of the book, this fellowship breaks. So I would not say more about it because obviously that would be a spoiler of the book, and I don't want to spoil it for those who have not read the book. But I'll tell you why I like this book a lot. The first reason why I like this book is because, oh my god, the landscape, the world building is so fabulous. No wonder J.R.R. Tolkien is called the father of epic fantasy, because the world has been created so beautifully. It has such intricate details, both geographically and in terms of its people. So geographically, we know exactly, there are maps in the book, and we know exactly where the mountains are, where the forests are, which one is the good forest, the bad forest, where the rivers are, how they turn, where the cities are, where a particular kind of people live and where a particular kind of people live. Everything is so detailed. And then comes the people. So we know in which place which race inhabits, and not only do we know the people, but we know their histories and their customs and their lineages, and who was their first king, from where they came, what are their lore. Like, we get to know everything. It's like he has created the entire earth in his book, and he knows about the people in them. It's like he is the god of that world. So this world building is so amazing. The histories and customs are so amazing that we can see very clearly from where J.K. Rowling gets a lot of her. She has ideas for the Harry Potter books. I'm sure she has been heavily influenced. Like, this book has a lot. Harry Potter has a lot of elements of the Lord of the Rings. So yes, that's about the world building. The second part are the people. So this book mainly focuses on those 9 people who are in the Fellowship of the Ring, and who form the Fellowship of the Ring, and they are so individual and distinct. So not only are their histories different, not only are their looks different, but also the way they speak, their style of reiterating and the style of thinking, it becomes very clear to the reader after a point of time how the reader begins to predict how a particular character is going to speak, which is amazing, because then it shows how every character has an individual mold, and they're not generalized, they're not just written for the sake of writing. They are all individual people, which is amazing. My favorite character is of course Gandalf, but also Galadriel. Galadriel is this amazing woman who is powerful and wise, which is like a very, 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 uncommon pair of characteristics to come together. But yeah, she is one of the few women characters in the book, and she is amazing. Not that she has much of a role, but she is amazing. So she is my favorite character. The show is Gandalf, but I think that is more to do with because I'm already so influenced by the character of Albus Dumbledore, that it influences him. I don't know. I don't think I see Gandalf in a very unbiased way as that, to say truthfully. But anyways, they both are my favorite characters. The third reason why I like this book is because this book talks about human nature. It is not didactic. It never tells you what to do and what not to do, what is right and what is wrong. It never preaches, but it is so it's like a mirror which reflects human life, and it sometimes it forces you and it enables you to think about humanity and human race and our own lives for that matter from a distance and from a different perspective. Not a new perspective, but a perspective we often forget. For example, there is this particular point where the elf king says to Gimli the dwarf that one shouldn't exact a promise and one shouldn't promise when one does not know what the dangers are that lies in front of us. And that is such a true statement that speaks to my heart, because most often we know this fact, but most often we think that we should promise and the promise will carry us forward, but that is not true all the time. And this book just makes me feel that it's okay to not promise. So yeah, this was just one instinct, but yeah, these are the three reasons why I like this book immensely. There are there are things about the book which I do not like as well. One of them is that there are these gaps, these holes in the narration, wherein we never get to see the common people anywhere, and we don't know how. Of course we know, as in the narrator is saying how the ascension of the Dark Lord will change things for common people and destroy a lot of things and bring about a lot of destruction, but we never get to feel it. And when we never get to see it, we never see any common people in the book, and we never see, at least in the Fellowship of the Ring, and we never see how they are being directly impacted, what are their fears, or how their life is decaying. We never see that. And that is one thing that I think the later, like for example Harry Potter, even though it has a lot of commonality with the Lord of the Rings, J.K. Rowling is able to fill those gaps. It makes the book more human, it makes the book more relatable, and it makes the book more real, which I think is missing in Lord of the Rings, though I do not blame it at all, because this is perhaps the first epic fantasy written in the history of fantasies, and therefore it was just, this genre was just in the making, so we cannot complain. But still, I think I miss that human touch in that book. And the second part is that there are such less female characters. Like, there are no female characters except for Galadriel and Shelob, who are powerful ladies, but then at the end of the day, they don't really play a big role. And other than that, there are no women at all, which kind of irritate and irks me. And it's also a sore point as well, because because obviously the half of the world is missing and there's no representation of them, and whenever they're spoken, they're mostly spoken of as the weaker part of the world. which does not sit well with me. But apart from these 2 points, I think I like the books a lot. I like the Fellowship of the Ring a lot, and I have read the Two Towers as well, but I'm reading the Return of the King now, and I'll put up reviews on those books as well. I like the book a lot, and I would recommend it to all, because the Lord of the Rings is the epic book that I think every English speaking reader should read. And also because frankly, I truly believe that you might like this book or you might not like this book if you read it, but you will become a little more wiser after reading it, and that alone enough is a reason enough for reading this book. So yeah, that is my opinion on this book. If you like my review, do like and subscribe to my channel, and do let me know what you think about the Lord of the Rings, or what you think about any other book. I would like to know about your reading preferences as well in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching my video.